store, Crowley, and today I am relaxing here in our recliner section at our Overland Park store. And I just wanted to take the opportunity to kind of tell you a little bit more about what's all the rage in recliners. Right now we have, if you can look down here, there are 4 recliners that look basically just alike, but they are have a couple differences. One, they have a different cover on them. 3 of them have the same cover but a different color and this leather look, and then the one I'm sitting in has what we call a platinum cover, a really comfortable, like kind of a chenille fabric. But the reason why we carry these in our recliner section in all the different ways is to really show you what the difference is in the mechanism of the chairs and how they feel differently and which one might be best for you. The one I'm sitting in is a manual recliner. It's just what you maybe consider a traditional rocker recliner. So I can rock and it tips back and forth. And then it has a manual handle on the side. So when I wanted to recline, I used that handle and then I'm here in the reclining position. I can then push back and get to wherever I'm kind of comfortable. You'll notice that when you put it in your home, you're gonna have to put it about this far away from the wall. Otherwise, it's going to bang against your wall, and especially also when you're rocking, it needs enough space away from that wall that it doesn't bang against the wall when you rock. So that's something to kind of keep in mind when you're wanting a recliner and kind of deciding which one you want. But again, this is a manual recliner, so I manually recline. So when I want to get out, I can come up, relieve my weight against the back, and then I tip forward and use my legs to click. A lot of times I see customers in our store, they'll try to use this to get it down, and it's actually harder to do. That one's not too bad, but it kind of depends on the style. The appropriate way to do it is to lean your body forward, kind of get your weight in the center, and then push your legs down and it clicks. Then you can get up. So again, this is the rocker recliner. These 2 here are both rocker recliners, that just the same mechanism that I had, or that I showed you. Let's come down here. This one is a little different because it is a swivel glider. And hopefully you can tell by the motion, but I'm gliding. Gliding means I'm kind of going front to back. Whereas the rocker, I was tipping up and down, I'm gliding front to back here. So it's just a little bit different. Again, it's a subtle difference. If you really kind of have to figure out it, really think about it to really feel the difference, but there is a difference when you think about it. And this one also swivels. Best makes chairs, when they swivel, they're gliders. So they don't make a swivel rocker, it's just a swivel glider. These are great for if you have it in a room, like say you want to be in this direction by a table and next to a sofa, and then over here you want to turn it so you can either watch TV or talk to someone in kind of an open floor plan in another room. So that's the difference here. Now any of these chairs in this color can be ordered with this swivel glider mechanism. But when you go to recline, it's the same as I demonstrated before. You have to use that manual, you push it down, you find your spot, and then when you're done, you can come up. So that's kind of that mechanism. So rocker recliner, swivel glider. The last one I'm going to show you is the same chair, and I really like this color. It's kind of that steel gray color that's really popular, and it just kind of looks good with everything. It's kind of like the new beige or the new brown. But you can sit in it. And when I sit in these different ones, people ask when they special order, is it going to feel any different? You do feel subtle differences. Every chair is just a little bit different because they're mass produced, but they're all produced, not to the exact specimen. I always kind of say, like when you get your favorite pair of jeans, when you get the next pair, it's not exactly the same, it's close, but every pair of jeans has that same feel. So you'll notice here that it does not have that place for the manual handle like the other 3 did. Instead, you have this button here that has 4 buttons, 2 in the front and 2 in the back. Okay, so what this is it's different because this is your power button. Now it has to be plugged in, it has to have a power source, unlike the other ones. But the cool thing is that you can stop your feet wherever you want, and you just use this button to go up and down. Okay, so here I stopped. This is the position I want to read in, and then if I want to take a nap, I go all the way back. Okay, so if you were just to get a regular power chair, that's the extent of it. You would just be able to go back and forth, which is pretty awesome. But this one happens to be a power headrest, so that's what these other 2 buttons are for. And when I move those, you can see how it pushes your head forward. Now here, it's not comfortable. What it's really meant to be is when you go back into your reclining position and you want to watch TV, then you can come up a little bit and really find your perfect spot. This has been phenomenally popular. It still only has one power source, so it's the same as the, you know, it doesn't have any more cords than say a regular power chair. But you can come up and just look, find your perfect position. So that's what a power headrest is. Again, now when I go up, I don't have to obviously kick my feet in, and then I'm back to the sitting position. Now that's another thing that's been, and I can rock. Another thing that's really been popular about the power chair is that for anybody that's maybe coming off of a surgery or our elderly customers, anybody, and or not, but those two categories of people in particular really like the power because you don't have to use your legs to click that down. That can become a problem. I'm also going to point one other thing out that a lot of people don't think about. This is a full pad over chase, okay? So underneath this chair you have a foam. It's baffled, and so, you know, it's sewn in, and that's what makes a best chair really, really comfortable is the type of foam they use. So it's got a great sit. The drawback is that any type of foam is going to compress, and you know, it's that, especially during that first 6 months, it's going to break in. If you have this manual recliner, people tend to sit towards that arm. So say I just get this new recliner and this is my chair, and I sit and I put my little table here, my lamp, I'm always sitting on this side. Again, I'm using, you know, my manual to get up and then coming out of it. What's gonna happen is this side, this right side, is gonna break in a lot faster than the left. So we get a lot of service calls of people saying that their chair's leaning and they just got it and it's new. Well, what the phenomenon is that this part is being broken in faster because of how they're sitting in it. So then we have to come out and instruct the customer, you know, to really focus on sitting in the middle of the chair, or even, you know, breaking it evenly. And it's not a great part of the customer experience because you really want your chair to be comfortable and not feel like it's leaning. So that's another reason I've really liked the power chairs, is that we get a lot fewer complaints of people saying their chair's leaning, because it orientates them to the middle of the chair, and they don't turn to lean on that side to reach for the manual recliner. So anyway, that's a little tutorial on the different mechanisms of best chairs. Like I said, I'm at our Overland Park store. This is the Best Perkins, and we stock them in all these ways. You can order them however you'd like. You can mix and match and get a different color and get a different mech and do whatever you'd like. So thanks for tuning in. Talk to you later.